Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name's Dr. Ben Smith. I'm the Programme Lead here at Plymouth for the BA in English and Creative Writing and the BA in Creative and Professional Writing. And I'd like to welcome you today to our virtual open day. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through some of our creative writing degree options at Plymouth. So specifically the degrees in English and Creative Writing and Creative and Professional Writing. So starting with English and Creative Writing, this is a flexible degree which emphasises the interplay between critical studies and creative practice. And across this degree, you get to do an equal number of single honours English modules and creative writing modules, which allows you to combine your passions and your interests by studying a mixture of different modes and different forms throughout your degree. You get to hone your writing craft through studying historical material and contemporary literatures, and really choosing your own path and your own interests in terms of the way that you respond to these different types of literature and the type of writing that you want to do. As with all of our degree programs, there are lots of opportunities to get published and to get experience in all of the different creative fields. Next, we have creative and professional writing, which in some ways is similar to English and creative writing, and there are some shared modules, which I'll talk about in just a little while. And like English and creative writing, this covers all the major forms of writing, from poetry and short fiction to screenplays and features journalism. But it goes a little beyond that as well, into studying writing for virtual reality, computer games, radio, graphic novels, and more. Across this degree, you get to choose your own subjects, and you get the opportunity to develop individual writing projects at every single level of your degree. You get the experience of writing from briefs provided by businesses and external organisations. So throughout your degree, you're getting the opportunity to build a portfolio of professional level work, which will really help you when you move on to different careers in professional writing after your degree. So we can take a quick look at the first years just to get a sense of what you'll actually be doing on these different degree courses. So this is the first year for English and Creative Writing. It begins in the autumn with a module called Gods, Monsters and Heroes, which is all about the foundational myths of Western literature, from Greek mythology through to early English writing. And this really gives you the opportunity to get an understanding of where our literature comes from and where the writing that we enjoy and love today, where exactly that comes from and how it's developed over time. Running alongside this, we have Writing the Modern World, which is a survey module of literature from 1600 to 1700. And this gives you a real background in historical fiction, in historical literary studies, which will be a real use to you as you develop your studies in the second and third year. And alongside that, we have Craft of Writing 1, Fiction and Non-Fiction. This is partnered up in the spring semester with Craft of Writing 2, Poetry and Drama. So you'll see that across the different Craft of Writing modules, you study the four major forms of creative writing. Alongside that, you'll take rewritings, which is all about literary adaptation. And in this sense, this follows on very nicely from Gods, Monsters and Heroes. So you're taking these foundational stories and thinking about the way that they've been adapted in other literary forms over time, but also more recently in TV and film and all other kinds of adaptation. And alongside this, you take a module in critical theory, which gives you a real background in literary theory and helps you to think of what different ways of framing debates around literature. So the key features of this first year is the way that it offers support in moving up to degree level work, coming on from A levels or other foundation courses. You learn how to write university essays, gain confidence in presenting your work, whether that's in the form of formal presentations or indeed in workshopping with other students. You build relationships with peers and staff, which will form the foundation of the kind of workshops that you'll be working in throughout your degree. And you begin historical studies in literary theory and experience all the main forms of creative writing in the Craft of Writing modules. The first year for creative and professional writing has some similarities, but also a couple of differences here. So as with English and creative writing, you study the modules Gods, Monsters and Heroes, and then in the second year, rewritings and literary adaptation. And also, as with English and creative writing, you study the craft of writing 1 and 2, giving you that background in fiction, non-fiction, poetry, and drama. The difference here is that in the autumn module, you study a module called Make It New, which is about digital writing and writing for a whole range of different media, whether this is from our world famous letterpress studios, and you can see a photo here of one of our students having a go at letterpress printing in the letterpress studio, all the way through to virtual reality and writing for computer games, and making the most of our state-of-the-art immersive media suite, which has only just recently opened at Plymouth. In the spring semester, you get to take a module called Make It Your Own, which is your first step in thinking about independent writing. And this is an opportunity for you to start developing the skills that you're learning in your other modules and putting them to work on the subjects that most speak to you, and thinking about developing your own portfolio of professional writing. So as with the English and creative writing degree, the key features here are there's some similar things. Support in moving up to degree level work, learning how to write in a range of forms, experiencing the main forms of creative writing, and gaining confidence in workshopping. As with English and creative writing, you get a foundation in literary studies and theory. But on top of that, you're also gaining experience with working in a range of different media, which will become really useful to you as you develop in your degree and indeed enter the workplace afterwards. The second and third years of both of these degree programs have various other options, so do take a look at our program websites if you'd like more information on that. I thought I'd just take a moment now to show you an example of a creative writing module, and this is my module for the third year called The Short Story, and there's a picture of me up in the corner in what is one of my students very charitably called my Christian rock album cover pose, which was a piece of publicity I did for my first novel, Doggerland. I'll let you make your own judgments on that. But anyway, this is a module which is led by me, and it really, as with all of our modules, is all about research-led teaching. So I'm taking my skills and my experience as a novelist and writer of fiction, and I'm putting that to work in this module, passing that on to my students in the third year. So this is taught in intensive and supportive group workshops. And workshopping is really absolutely at the center of the way that we teach creative writing at Plymouth. It's all about developing trust within the group and also developing your critical faculties, learning how to give constructive but also critical feedback to other members of the group, and also learning how to take that feedback and that criticism yourself and use it to help develop your own writing. Across this module, as with lots of our creative writing modules, we study a wide range of authors, and you develop expertise in this particular form. It helps you to develop your writing craft, and you're creating a portfolio of original fiction. And we also learn about writing for new media and thinking about how to submit your work to magazines. And quite a lot of the students who take this module end up going on to do MAs in creative writing or even PhDs. And a good number of them have also had their work published in a range of different magazines. So that's an example of one of our creative writing modules. If you'd like to get some information on some of our other modules, please do look at our program websites for the full range, and also take a look at some of the other videos that we've got up on our virtual open day website. As with all of our degree programs, employability and professionalization really are at the heart of the way that we teach. And with both of the English and creative writing and creative and professional writing, it's all geared around helping you to develop a portfolio of professional work in a wide range of forms and media throughout your degree, so that you're finishing your degree program with a really strong portfolio of work that you can show to potential employers and that will help you to get work, either as a freelancer or working in publishing or journalism, or any of a number of different fields. In addition to the studies for the modules on this course, you can also take placement for credit in an optional work experience module called Working with Literature. And students taking this module have gone on to a whole range of different work experience placements, from Oxford University Press to local newspapers, to working for members of Parliament, all kinds of different things. On top of that, you can engage in the many opportunities and extracurricular activities that are available every term. One of the pictures on this slide shows students with a daily paper that they wrote and printed for the Port Eliot Literary Festival. And this was a really fun project that I helped to run, where we took a group of students from English and creative writing and illustration over to Port Eliot Literary Festival, and they worked together day and night in the rain and the mud, producing a wonderful daily newspaper that was written and printed on site during the festival. So that's just an example of the kinds of opportunities that you get at Plymouth and the sorts of things that you can be doing alongside your degree. Of course, you can also take advantage of our university employability service, and we have bursaries throughout the 3 years to support work experience and help you to get the kind of placements that will really help you to thrive in the future. So that's pretty much an introduction to these two degree programs. If you've got any additional questions, please do get in touch with either Rachel Christofides, who's the admissions tutor for English and creative writing, or myself, who's the admissions tutor for creative and professional writing. Or indeed, if you have any other questions about either of these degree programs in general, please don't hesitate to email me. Also, check out some of our other videos on the Virtual Open Day website for more information about all of our degree programs and what it's like to be a student here at Plymouth. Thanks very much for listening. I hope to see you all soon.